Hey, what's up, Harold?
How's it going?
Good, man. Just me and you?
So far, yeah. It looks like Yolanda's on. Get on.
Alex, can you hear Yolanda?
No, I cannot.
Yeah. Yolanda, we can't hear you. Hey, Shelly. Welcome to the call.
Hey. I feel like this is it's not going to be many of us.
Yeah.
How was the concert, Alex?
It was pretty brutal.
But you survived.
Yeah. Yeah, with my hearing.
It could have been that bad.
It probably was.
mean, I don't know if these kids they could have waited to the.
Why are you sharp at 2
All right, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
I don't know why you can hear me on my phone, but not on my MacBook.
Not sure about that one.
Okay.
Did it show that your mic was on?
Yeah, it does. I don't know. It started this new thing. Whatever. I'm tired.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
everybody.
would say you look it,
Yeah.
and I definitely am. It's finals week for me, so.
Mm-hmm. Here comes Joy.
Hey.
Hey, Joy.
What's up?
Hey, Joy.
Hey. I'm multitasking tonight, so.
That's cool.
Oh man.
Did Lauren say she was gonna be joining?
I don't know.
What is that?
Oh, that's my work messaging.
Oh, okay. It's loud.
That sounds.
Yolanda.
Yes.
So I'm confused.
Me too.
You just closed out your other one?
Yeah. But there are two to be
Okay.
up right now, right?
Correct. Correct.
I don't know why. I'm too tired. As long as it ain't making a noise, we all right.
Yeah, I'm looking back
So
and Lauren, she wanted to clarify what date and time the new meeting was, but I don't think there was any other responses from her.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to verify. Do we want to get started at this point,
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
or are we trying to wait? I have no clue what we were supposed to be doing before today. I know there's some folks who are going to be looking into some things.
Yeah.
We were doing the what's that place called?
The multicultural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll give you guys an update on that. I actually went by the location and physically talked to someone, as well as went through all of the venues that they have available. And to be honest with you, it is a valuable option. The only problem that I've experienced when trying to contact the caterers was everyone needed a head count before they were willing to give any type of price point. So without a head count or a guesstimate, then we're kind of at a loss as to what the actual catering costs would be. Now, she did mention that on the site there are preferred caterers, and then most, if not all, of the caterers have their own bartenders and so forth. So we can definitely utilize them. The only problem is, again, we just need to know how many people, so they can in turn know how much alcohol is going to be required. So everything's really contingent upon some sort of a preliminary head count to determine what our next step is going to be from a cost standpoint. Have you?
Which place is this again?
This is the Glen Allen Cultural Arts Center off of Mountain Road.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, were you able to? Could they, like, if we said 125, some type of?
Yeah, I mean, if we said 125, I mean, I'm pretty sure they can kind of give me a roundabout figure as far as what options they have available. We have to remember that there's multiple caterers and have different price points. So it all depends on the caterer which we choose, and then of course at that point determining exactly how many people, and then we can kind of go from there. But the dates, I did run by a few dates, and she said those dates are indeed available right now. But the problem is, again, they're getting booked up because now that time frame seems to be peak time frame for weddings.
Well, I could have told you that. October's been a hot month for years.
I don't know why. I wouldn't get married in October. But hey, whatever works. Whatever works. So I guess,
Not
yeah, true.
not too cold.
How many responses did we get back from the poll that we sent out?
30 the last time I checked.
Only 30.
Yeah. Now, what I was thinking is that we need to reveal who the committee is on the Facebook. Because I saw, like, Lila Tuck, when she was commenting about, I'm sorry, I just went blank. What's the Rob Havey? When she was commenting about Rob Havey, she was like, I don't know who is running this page. And so it started to make me think if they knew who was running the page, it might be a added level of trust.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that's a great idea. I mean, most folks that have interacted with us know who we are, so it would make sense to do that, in my opinion.
I was going to include all of us, Lauren and Erica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about Kath. I wasn't going to include Kathleen and Jill.
Yeah, does Kathleen? Well, Kathleen doesn't. Is she with us anymore?
I mean, she's alive.
No, I don't mean on the planet Earth. I mean,
Hey, I got to check with you, George.
I mean, did she ever kind of come on board as a committee member?
No, Jill
she just-
Besley. She would message me every single call. Jill Besley has messaged me and told me she's not available.
Okay. So yeah. So yeah, I mean, I just think that this core group, that's fine.
All right, I'm gonna put a message up here now.
Maybe we'll get some more traction knowing that
We're real people.
they know who's on the committee. I don't know.
Yes.
I also could see how that could backfire, but I'm just gonna keep my peace on that.
Oh Lord.
I'm just saying, it's the same issue Yolanda and I have talked about over time. You have a certain breed, and I'm using the word breed for all jokes. You have a certain caliber of person that does not really reflect the entire class. So all of us kind of hung in similar circles at some point or another.
Yeah.
But how often did we extend beyond this circle?
Well, hey, I know we put forth the effort to get other people engaged on the committee, so we've done our part.
Yeah, and I mean, if it's only with us being with them not knowing who we are, we only have 35. It can't do anything but go up even if it's a couple people extra, that's more than what we have now.
Yeah, I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just putting it out there that then some people may be like, oh, I don't feel like dealing with them. Are they too high sedity or high? You know how folks are.
Yeah.
That's what Dana said with class of '95. He was like, I'm a grown A man. He was just like, I can't believe people are like, whatever their comments were. Dana was like, they talking about stuff from 20 years ago. I'm grown and married. I don't even know what they talking about.
But some people don't grow up.
Yeah, well, maybe they need to stay
Right.
at home.
So
The ones that are still in high school probably need to stay in high school and not come to the 20th year reunion.
Right. So nevertheless, at the end of the day, I am not Shelly. I'm not a wedding planner. I'm just here while we decide on this venue, and y'all tell me what y'all need me to do. I elope for a reason. The idea of this sounds stressful.
I could have planned your wedding, but we won't talk about that.
Okay. Well,
Yeah. I think we need to. This is just my personal vote. I agree with your idea, Yolanda, and putting the committee members' names out there, and then also, place a sense of urgency around, hey, we really need to understand and identify who has any interest in this thing, because there's a lot contingent upon, the actual responses.
Mhm.
So that's all we can do. I mean, we can't force people to do.
No, we can't, but we could do, I don't know, with if 95, like how many of the hard details they had before they started doing like early bird tickets, but we could potentially budget for like an early bird option where if we say the early bird costs, like let's say it's 40 or 35, knowing that maybe we try to come in under budget, and then other people, if they get the late bird ticket, then that's 50. Like let's say that's $50 for coming in late or something. Maybe if we just say, hey, let's buy it or start putting the money aside or something, that some people might be more enticed to just do it versus wanting to give us an estimate.
Well, the recurring theme that I'm hearing, not only from the committee members, but from everyone else that's responded, is the actual cost. The cost that's involved with it. As well as, that's what I heard from the class of 96, why aren't you going to the reunion? Well, it costs too much, whatever. So if we could somehow, take down that barrier of entry and say, well, if cost is not there, how many people would actually come? Because then we can say, well, the venues that we've all elected, it's just not feasible, right? So we just have to go to something else. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just about getting everyone together. You want to see everyone, right?
Right.
Yep.
But if that the Glen Allen place, right?
Yeah.
So let's say you rent the room and the room rental isn't contingent upon having a caterer.
No, it's not. However, if you would like to have food, you have to use one of their preferred caterers. You can't.
Yeah, no, I understand that part. But what I'm saying is, if we start to plan for, let's just say we started to plan for the Glen Allen, the cultural center, or whatever, we can already get an estimate of how much it would cost just for covering the rental of the room, not even including food. So if we know that that's going to be like break even, let's say we'd have to get $20 per person across 50, then we could even still already estimate what more we can do in terms of food.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what the rate is
Well,
for.
I can tell you the rate. The rate.
What is the rate?
It's for the room rental. Now, they have 12 different rooms available. So it all depends on the size that we want to have. The one that I thought would probably be best suited for our event, unfortunately, is also one of the most expensive. It's their Cardinal Ballroom. And if you don't have access to the internet right now, you can log on just to the Glen Allen Cultural Arts Center, and they have their rate sheet on the actual main page. Now, if we wanted to do something more, just heavy hors d'oeuvres and just like a casual cocktail hour, they have a Glen Allen room, which is a cocktail room, and it's almost like 65 people. So if we know that we only have a very minimal response, and we only want to do something for 65 or less, then you can rent that space for like $300.
Right.
So it all depends, like I said, on two things. One is the number of people that are going to participate, and two, are we going to have heavy hors d'oeuvres or no food and just cocktails or what have you. Once you introduce the actual cocktails, though, we have to get a bartender that has their own license. So we don't have to worry about doing that.
So the reality is, though, is that it's not like we would need to decide if we want to include like a food like a drink ticket or not, or if it just make it a cash bar. But I just can see I know that it's important to have an estimate, but I think that we're so far out that it's very difficult without having people commit to already purchasing a ticket. It's very difficult to just have them commit via email or commit via Yolanda's, what's the thing that you had, the interest form or whatever? What was that?
The contact info form.
Contact information.
Right. So,
I think
if they commit, I see what you're saying, Shelley, but if they commit this early out and we don't have anything secured, what are they committing to? Just
But we can always have something secured. It's just that we could potentially, we would have to change the location. Like I just have been under the impression that not necessarily within these last couple of classes, but like if you take it back to my sister's years, people committed to raising money or having a what do you call it? Like some starting funds, some startup funds before getting everything established, because it's very difficult to get things established without the startup funds.
Can you guys see that screen that I shared?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here's all of the price points. So the Cardinal Ballroom is the biggest room. So obviously, if we have a large, you know.
Oh, we will. I don't think we would ever need that. No.
No.
I mean, we only had 365 that graduated with us, and some of them didn't even walk. So,
so then you have the Grand Ballroom, which is the one that I thought would probably be best for our needs, right? So on a Saturday, it's $18.75 just to rent the room.
okay.
So that just gives us an idea of cost. Now going back up, if you look at the Glen Allen room that I referred to, if you get the Grand Ballroom, the Cardinal Ballroom, and the actual Glen Allen room, you kind of have like a cocktail area. Or you can just do the Glen Allen room, which of course it only holds 65 just for cocktails, but the price point is only $300.
Right.
So,
so John, would they let us tour something and then change? I know it's based on availability, but what would be the changing based on our numbers fluctuating?
it all depends on the availability of the space. You really have to actually go and see the layout to determine, which spaces you want. I mean, they're all like adjacent to each other. So if you get one location, and then you change your mind, there may be another competing event going on in the other location, right? So it all depends on.
I understand that. So maybe we need to find out from them historically in the month of October how many of the 18 spaces are typically booked on any given weekend. If it's looking like all 18 are typically booked, then
no, I did ask that question.
Problem.
Yeah, Joy, I did ask that specific question. She said that usually not all of them are booked out. They may have one or two events going on simultaneously, but never all of them are booked out. But she did say, hey, if there's a room that you really want, you probably want to, put your name on the list as reserving it so it doesn't get booked up for weddings or any other smaller events.
Okay. So we might have to be flexible with the room if we like the spot and just kind of go with what we like. Each year they only book 10 out of 18, then that gives us a lot of flexibility.
Yeah.
They're at 16 out of 18, then we probably need to secure something, sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Quick question. Do you all remember
The FYI, if the rest of the board members signed the survey, we would have 40 people.
Yeah, I didn't do it. So.
Yeah. I mean,
Alex, thanks for calling people out, man. I really like that.
Just saying, if we're talking numbers.
Good job, Al.
I'll do that right after the call.
if we look at, if you all remember, from my memory, in terms of the numbers that 95 and 96 had, they had smaller classes than us, so we could probably have a larger turnout just based on the numbers alone. But what were they averaging? Does anybody remember?
96, I went to 96.
Right.
With Tasha, and there was 30 people there.
Right. And that's,
Yeah, I don't know if we can really count that though. I think
Class of 95 had like 120.
I think obviously again it will depend on price, but I was just looking at the different rooms and I was thinking like, okay, this nice pretty looking art gallery, it holds 60 seated, cocktail 90. Or hold on, I haven't gone all the way down the list yet. That might be the better. The better.
Are y'all
one, but-
bad reception or is it just me?
It comes in and out.
I think some feedback. Listen, the option is still out there, guys. If we want to use, my brewery space, it's not going to cost us the time. The only thing we have to pay for is food. And, for 100 or less people, which I'm sure that's probably what we'll get, it's a perfect venue. I'm just trying to share some pictures. And I'm not trying to promote my space at all. All I'm trying to do is say, hey, let's keep the price as low as possible. And this is indeed a valuable option if we want to.
And where is it exactly?
That's in Scott's Addition, and that area is off of Broad, not too far from Broadberry. And I know a lot of people say they didn't want to go down there, but hell, people are not even responding anyway. So,
Right.
but it's a free space. You just have to pay for food.
See, I'm with John. I'm all about simple is better and just getting people to turn out, and that keeps the cost down.
Well, the problem is, we're trying to appease the masses, and there's just no way you can do that. It's if people want to come, they're going to come because they want to see people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can y'all see that? All right.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see my cursor? Can you see the cursor on the screen? Okay. So right where my cursor is, there's like a suede divider that closes this part off right here. This is the general area for any patrons that come in. This would be the event space. So all of this space right here is the event space. And it's you can't see it all. But I just had a birthday party for my wife there. We had probably 60 people there, and it was no issues whatsoever. Trying to see if there's any.
And how many does it hold?
So the entire brewery will hold 300.
Okay.
And we have outdoor seating as well. So that time of year will be perfect. We have like outdoor fireplaces and stuff like that. So the space will house what we're looking to do. No problem. The only issue
We
is
have access to the entire brewery. Not that we'll need a space for 300, but 150. Will we have access to enough?
Yeah, absolutely. So what we'll do is we'll have the little partition up, and if we do have more than what is comfortable in this area, it can spill over into the general tasting room area. So we have access to the entire brewery. Now, granted, on a Saturday night, there's probably going to be anywhere between 100 or so people already in there. And then if we add another 100 or so, we're still not at capacity. And then you have the outdoor space as well.
So would we be mixing in with the general population?
No. So that partition is going to separate us from the general population. So you can't see it right here, but where my cursor is, there's a black curtain that goes all the way across right here. And that's what we provided to, for events.
Scenario, we had 160 people come. Would we, and we had to spill over, would we then have to share the space?
Somewhat. Yeah, somewhat. But I don't think we're gonna have 160 people come.
No. I was just being. So how many? The closed off space. What's the max that holds?
I think the closed off space, 100 would be comfortable in that space. And then if we again exceed that, we can kind of have other tables set up as well. But like I said, it doesn't cost us anything.
Outdoor space covered?
I'm sorry?
Is the outdoor space covered?
No, the outdoor space is not covered. It's basically our parking lot that we've converted into outdoor seating. Let's see if I have any pictures of it. There's 2 fireplaces. There's like couches, tables.
And what's the parking situation like down there?
We have parking, so we have our own parking lot.
Okay.
And then there's street parking as well. And obviously there's no pitch. Well, you can kind of somewhat see the outdoor seating here. So these guys are sitting around an outdoor fireplace.
For me, I don't have an issue with going here. I think earlier conversations there was some discussion about the fact that hard liquor wouldn't be served.
Yeah, that's the big problem. I mean, granted, if we do it here, there's no hard liquor. It's just beer. Now, it's great beer, but it's just beer.
It doesn't bother me because I'm not going to be drinking any of it.
Yeah.
But, I just remember that was an issue.
Yeah, that was one of the first things that we talked about was, unfortunately, we can't do a liquor license, which means we don't have hard liquor. So, whether we wanted to go that route and care about if we had hard liquor or not, or do we want to keep the costs, as low as possible and, consume good beer. And we also have nitro coffee. So that's the only two options, really.
Have like flavored beer or something that.
Oh, yeah. So our brewery, and I'm not gloating here at all, but, there's 4,000 breweries in the world. We're rated number 14 in the world. As far as quality of beer. So yeah, it depends on what type of beer we have available during that time frame. But usually it is some sort of flavored style of beer. We have IPA, Pilsners, stout, things of that nature. Like the beer that I'm drinking, I had today, had mango, passion fruit, orange.
Hey,
Yeah, so it's.
can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask a question. I know that. No, I'm just gonna ask the question. If you're hood and you've never been to a brewery and you've only had like Coors Light, you have something that you can handle that on.
Well, you know what? Why don't we do this? Why don't we say, okay, here's an idea, right? We're going to have, a session at the brewery from 6 to 9. And if you want to do the after party and you want to go somewhere else, afterwards, you can do that too.
So, right. That's what I think, because if you're still doing the, whatever, you're going to go somewhere afterwards anyway.
Yep, exactly. So why not say, you're going to have the main event's going to be from 6 to 9 at, the Vail Brewing Company. After 9 o'clock, we will hold a after party event at wherever we want to go. That's serving hard liquor, that's got music that they want to dance to, whatever. I don't know. Just an option. That way, the only thing we have to pay for, really, out of pocket, is the food. And if they want to purchase beer, it's acting as just like it's a cash bar. They can buy as much beer as they want at the Vail, or after the after party, they can do whatever they want and buy whatever they want where we decide to go.
Are there any wine options? I know it's a beer brewery, but is there the ability to, since it's not hard liquor, to bring in wine?
Unfortunately, no. The reason being is that we are a production facility, and we actually produce the beer that you're consuming, on site. Well, with that, it does require a certain ABC license, and unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to pull a permit to allow other types of spirits, including wine or liquor. So we're a little bit limited. Yeah, unfortunately, it's the ABC laws that's not allowing it to happen. Just throwing it out there. I mean, if this is something that, hey, we want to have hard liquor, then we'll stick with trying to figure out a location. But
I think if you're a drinker, you're good. I mean, if you're like, I don't quote unquote drink beer, but when in Rome, I drink what you got.
And it's good beer. This is totally different beer than you would probably have ever had.
Right.
What about a hard cider? Anything similar to a hard cider?
He's gonna have some pumpkin. Don't you have something pumpkin in October, John?
No, we don't do pumpkin beers, unfortunately. We will have a seasonal type of beer, though, so there will be something.
Right.
But I don't think it'll be a pumpkin.
Will be good. You're gonna have a chick drink, right? Just a chick beer,
Oh
right?
yeah, my wife loves every single beer, and I'm not kidding you. She had a beer tonight that we just produced as a new release, and that's the one I was telling you about with the mango and all that stuff, and it's phenomenal. You guys will love it. But again, we just have to determine how many people.
So I think at this point, we've gone back and forth. As a committee, are we at a place where we want to make a decision on this and then just move forward? Or do we want to try to solicit more? Well, I know you, Yolanda, because you think like me on these types of things, just want to do it and keep moving. But I think we need to kind of make some decisions. Either we're going to put a request out there to the group one more time, or we're going to just say, this is it, now we're moving forward.
I think we should just make the decision. I don't want to keep haggling. I mean, I don't want to keep trying to solicit votes from people that aren't responding.
Lauren, can you talk? Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay. I figured you couldn't respond. Okay.
No, my signal's just not so great. So I'm sure I sound like a robot.
That's okay. Do you have any thoughts?
No, I mean, I agree. I think if we feel pretty good about the date, then I think it's in our best interest to go ahead and pick a location. I do think like the brewery is limiting for some folks, but at the same time, I think what's more important to people, the alcohol or the price. It sounds like that we can control the price a little bit more at the brewery. I just think that we need to be prepared for some feedback. Like there are going to be some people that are not happy that there's only like a beer option. So I think if we're okay with that, for the justification that it's a cheaper cost, then that sounds like a good option. But I just think that we have to be prepared for that.
So do you know people who are down for the hard liquor? Like in your crew?
I don't know if this necessarily has to be like hard liquor. I think just wine. If it's like beer and wine, I think people could get on board with that. And personally, I think people don't always make great choices with hard liquor. So I'm fine if there's no hard liquor to be responsible for that hot mess. But I just think that we'll get some feedback that I'm not a beer drinker. And, I think, this would have been that. So as long as we're okay with that feedback, I don't think it matters that much.
No, honestly, I don't think those people would have come anyway. I think there are people that will just complain and whatever we offer,
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I think
I think we could do something really cool though, to kind of with the theme. I think it could be cool if there was a way to like celebrate our class's successes as part of it, because I think this is a cool success. And I think to be able to be at a place that celebrates something that someone has done, I don't know. I think there's a cool theme, and I think if we play off of it in that way, that could be kind of fun.
Never thought of it that way.
Okay.
I
Playing off John's success.
Oh no! Come on.
No, she was saying no.
But I like it because John is likable.
Cool.
Like, I don't know anybody that doesn't like John. Like I know people don't like me, but I don't know anybody that doesn't like John.
Yolanda, who would not like you?
My
Joy.
daughter peed twice in high school.
Girl.
No, I'm serious. Everybody likes John. John's likable.
Oh boy.
I mean, and then we can play off. I mean, he married his high school sweetheart. Oh, this is like, like a movie.
It is super sweet.
I think
Yeah,
I'm blessing. I'm
together.
actually blessing right now.
They had twins. Like, you don't even have
Yes.
twins in real life. People don't do that.
Yolanda, you're something else, girl.
Crazy.
Who doesn't want to come support the dude who married his high school sweetheart and had twin boys?
Hey, I don't know. Could be a good little marketing pitch there. No, but seriously, though, if we continue to go down this path, we're going to find ourselves is we're limiting what we want to do and where we want to do it. So whether it be at the brewery or if it's at the Ritz-Carlton, we have to figure out. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you, John, go back real quick. What about the food at your place? What can be done with that?
No, we can bring in any food we want.
Okay.
So we could have Jamil cater it.
Absolutely. We can have Jamil cater it. We can do whatever we want from a food standpoint.
Boom.
So I wonder if like even if there's like people that are, I mean, like I don't want to overdo like the theme, if you will, because I don't really think it's that. But I think like if there is someone that has like a catering business or something of that nature, let's see if we can find that out. I mean, I think even with like Erica and some of the photography things, like we're celebrating something that she's doing, and then maybe we can leave it at that. Even if like name tags, it's like, you know, I'm proud of, or I don't know, that's really cheesy. It's been a long day. But I think that like, I wonder if we can ask those questions from people. Because I think that's what I've kind of been seeing on like Facebook is that they're like, hey, I can offer you this service, or this would be something that I could offer, and maybe I could get involved in this way. And maybe that's how.
What did you say about photography? Was it Laura?
Yeah, I think Erica, right?
Yeah, Erica and Laura Matthews.
Yeah,
So
Laura.
Yeah.
So do we have any, maybe we can find a class of 97 graduate who caters, possibly? Is that what you're saying? Like try and pull from our class?
Maybe, I don't know. That might be taking it too far and being too complicated. But if nothing else, just to ask that question.
Yeah.
Say to be like a sponsor, if you will, of it. So.
well, I don't know if people, you know, if they want to work the event or if they have a catering staff. But you know, I know Chef the whole person. He is like a brother to me. His food is off the chain. So, and I know he would be able to do it for us if we need it. But he's class of '98.
Did we say whether we could have a DJ there or we can't?
Yeah, we can have a DJ.
And so we would need to find out whether it's anybody besides Lance.
In fact, there's probably going to be a DJ there anyway. We always have DJs on the weekends.
But
And I actually have a DJ. I have a family member whose close friend is a DJ, my cousin's close friend. And I
Okay.
asked, he's available if we need him.
But I talked about whatever we do for a DJ, about them playing music from, you know, that time period.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah, that is not a problem. Like I said, we may be able to save the cost. We probably will have a DJ there anyway. And most of our DJs play 90s hip hop and R&B. So, you know, so we'll be fine. And then we can mix in some 90s rock or whatever you want to add in there.
I don't care if we listen to Madonna like a version. It's just about seeing the people who are there.
Now, I do care about the music because I'm still stuck in 90s music.
We know, Joy. You're still at all things.
90s technology as well.
You sure you made it to the 90s, Joy? I guess you're on your cell phone, so.
All right, so takeaways from me. So do you guys want me to go back to Rhode Island Cultural Arts and say the amount of people we are looking at is about 100 to 125 just to get a price point from the caterers?
I guess my question is, one thing maybe that we need to kind of discuss very quickly, or I don't know how we would be able to figure it out, but do we think that if we go with your brewery and we can drop the price all the way down to, say, hypothetically $20, are we going to get that many more people by dropping the price? Are we going to appeal to the masses and draw people that we didn't? We wouldn't have drawn had we gone to the Cultural Arts Center, had the liquor, had, you know, heavy hors d'oeuvres, and charged $35 to $40.
Cultural Arts doesn't sound as engaging.
What did you say?
In my opinion, I think that I don't know that the Cultural Arts Center sounds as engaging. So I think that you can pull in, you know, 50 people that way. You can pull in 50 people the other way. I don't think one trumps the other.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think this is a good neutral ground. I think it'll offer some people some other alternatives if they do want to go out afterwards. I don't know that we need to plan an after party. I think people will just sort of plan that naturally. I would suggest keep it simple for this group, and then and let them kind of do their own thing. And I think having it closer to downtown, there's going to be more options to do that.
Okay.
Did any of that come through? I sound like a robot again.
No, I agree.
No, I heard that.
I agree. I agree. I just want to have fun. I just want to see people I haven't seen in 20 years. And however are able to accommodate that, let's do it.
What John said.
John, do you have a space for a projector and screen?
Yes,
Or would those be rented?
we can do something like that if you want. We actually had something like that 3 weekends ago.
I mean, were those things that people rented and brought in?
Well, it was one of our DJs.
Mhm.
One of the DJs had some visual effects, so don't ask me, but it was.
Are you thinking like slideshow though, like memories, photos, kind of thing?
Right. 'Cause that is-
Oh man, and I still have the stack of photos that I was supposed to scan for someone.
We can do whatever we want, as long as it doesn't involve liquor and wine.
Well, yeah, no, I understand that, but I was still thinking about the cost of if you don't have those things already built in, you have to pay to get.
And in fact, I'm just throwing something else out there too. I mean, our party can actually spill into the production area, which will actually be even cooler, where we actually have the back end of the space, so it even makes it more separate from the general masses. I mean, the options are limited. You know, we can do whatever we want to do, basically.
And we can come in and kind of decorate it however we want. Is
Yeah.
that okay?
Did I see TVs?
No TVs.
Okay.
No TVs. Our brewery is a little different than everyone else's. We want to have the focus be on the beer, not on a football game or darts or whatever else. So
I was just trying to think if we're wanting to do a slideshow or something, like a TV would have been an option too, but the screen and the projector might be easier.
I have both. So if someone has something on their laptop, we can make it happen.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Speaking of that, should we use the Hermitage email address through Facebook to start getting people to submit throwbacks?
Yes, most definitely.
Is that the best way to get people to submit the photos, you think?
I think so, because that's a medium that everyone uses. Social media and technology. I mean, if folks can take a quick snapshot of a yearbook photo or whatever, and that's also a way for us to
Scan it though, because snapshots don't work that well.
yeah, true.
That's
But it's also a way to kind of get some traction.
to get some what traction?
I was just saying.
That's what I was thinking. It's the Hermitage HS class of 97 at gmail.com email address, right, Alex?
Yeah. That's a good way to get people interested, right? You post some
Yeah.
pictures maybe on Facebook. So, oh man, look at that! Yeah, I remember that day. It'd be cool to see that person again or whatever.
I know my kids were looking through mine, like, guys, I can't believe you look like that. And it's funny, I had on a pair of Jordans back then, and my daughter was like, why didn't you keep those? They cost $200 now.
Yeah, Joe, your shoe game was pretty fly back then. I'm coming from a Jordan guy myself.
All right, so it was Hermitage what? What was the email address? I'll just scan them. I'll send them to you, Yolanda, or Alex. I'll send them to you. Somebody.
You can send it to me.
Okay, because and then I'll scan them tonight. I'll start scanning.
We have a resident IT guy, so leverage his success. How about that, Alex?
But you know what? What we could also do in this whole celebrating our successes is encourage people to just submit information about, especially if they have anything entrepreneurial, and incorporate that into the slideshow or into some type of presentation.
Oh, like
but on the
free marketing for their
yes,
business.
like from a marketing perspective, yes.
Or even if it's like, like I'm proud of, I mean, people are probably proud of their families, or people are proud of, I don't know, there's things too. And I think that we can celebrate, like, here's what I'm most proud of in the last 20 years. God, 20 years. Oof.
Yep, we're old.
Speak for yourself.
I got a good professor covering up all that gray.
Luckily, I don't have too much to cover. I still consider myself to be 30.
I blame the college students I work with.
Exactly.
You can consider yourself to be whatever age you want to be.
Of course.
No.
My son mistaken me for somebody else the other day, so they said I still had it. All right.
So let me ask this, like, I know that there is the potential date that's out there. Are we waiting to announce and say for sure, like, invitation kind of creation until we definitely know the homecoming game? Or are we trying to just put it on the calendar, and if there happens to be a home football game, great. If not, oh well.
I think we were still waiting for the game. Joy, were you going to call with the VHS?
That already, and they're not going. They don't even create schedules around spring, so there's nothing. They're not going to be able to give us anything until they create a schedule. So the VHSL does the overall schedule, and then because they have conferences and everything, and so the schools won't have that information until sometime in the spring, and then they'll disseminate that to whoever. So we're not going to have that for a while.
I think those.
Well, I think that's okay. I mean, we're not that far from the spring at this point, so we probably don't need to necessarily put tickets out there until whenever the date is released, March or April.
So I think then, like, we can probably start to do some simple things to get ready for that. So all we have to do is plug in. And I mean, I don't even know that we've talked about how do we want to collect RSVPs. Do we want to try to just do like a fun little graphic and people can share that, and it's connected to a link that you go on, and that's where the PayPal piece is. I don't even know that we've kind of finalized those logistical components. So there's quite a bit that I think that we can start to work on, and then just plug in the date once we know it.
I agree. Only thing I had wondered about before was in terms of bank accounts. Like, I'm not, while I recognize what PayPal is and I use it, I'm not sure, is it something where we could just create something specifically for this event? Or do we need to open up a temporary bank account or something for the event?
I think we could open up a business account, and as long as there's 2 signers on it just for protection, then there's sort of some accountability with the funds.
Okay. So who's going to do that?
That's a good question.
We need some Virginians on that one.
What, opening up a bank account?
Yeah.
I mean, I can do that.
Okay.
Whenever the time comes, I guess. But I mean, I can. February, March.
She's saying Tanya and.
What'd you say?
Yolanda can't talk. Okay, Joy. So she's talking. She's typing everything in. So she's saying she wants me to tell you that she's saying you and Tanya will work on getting the bank account.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So I'll start looking into that around February, around March probably. If we're going to start collecting in April, then we probably need the bank account opened a little bit before that.
Yeah, and then to make sure, I don't know if there's any logistics that we need to know about online payments. I don't know if there's certain banks that allow that or don't. I would imagine all of them do, but I'm sure it can funnel through that PayPal account so that we can collect money online.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you have an account, then you just hook it up to PayPal account.
Okay, so whatever bank account.
Yeah. Because PayPal would just deposit funds in.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we could hook PayPal up with something like Eventbrite or something. RSVP stuff. But
We can barely hear you, Alex.
we could hook the PayPal account up to like Eventbrite or something like that. There's a couple of different online RSVP systems that connect to PayPal. So, other than the graphics for that type of thing, it's just straightforward to get everything set up.
Okay, so somebody else can take that part. I'll open up the bank account, and then somebody else can be in charge of linking all the accounts together.
Yeah, I could do the PayPal stuff.
Okay. I mean, I can manage it with Tanya once the stream is going into it.
Right.
And really, I mean, if there's one single person that opens up the account and we do everything through PayPal, I mean, the PayPal account will be referenced by the group email. And so, I mean, I think that'll allow for the accountability that's needed.
Oh, okay.
I think it might be smart too before we set that price and to look at it to really think about that budget piece. To know about the caterer, to think about whatever else that we also might want for decorations. What's the cost of the DJ, and to really think through that. So we're setting a price where somebody's not getting screwed with the funds, and maybe we have a little bit left over so that we can do a deposit if we want to do something at like a different kind of venue. I think that's sounds like we have a lot of flexibility, but other places we might need to put down a deposit, 6-8 months well in advance so we can save that money and do something else in the future.
And do we also maybe want to put out there something about a class gift
To the school.
or no? Uh-huh.
I've got some friends that still work there. Do you want me to at least just inquire about what are some of the things that they need just to get some brainstorms going?
That would be helpful. Friends that still work at Hermitage.
College friends that are now teachers there.
I was about to say, who do I know from back in the day that decided to go back? That's still there.
Yeah.
I know Harvey went back. I think he's gone on since then. What are you typing? What are you trying to say, Yolanda? Can you type it?
She's asking a scholarship gift.
Oh wait, am I supposed to be looking?
Did she lose her voice?
No, I think she's having technical difficulties.
No. Because I see her giving the thumbs up.
Yeah, I think she's having technical difficulties.
Well, she had 4 pictures up a second ago. Maybe they're all.
But that's because when she was on her phone and on her computer. Scholarship gift, I think that could be even a group decision in terms of what to do. I think scholarship. Well, what would the scholarship go towards? Like books, creating a computer lab or something.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it probably depends on how much money we have too.
But I mean, you're talking about like a student scholarship for college. I would rather it be something that's going to stay at the school versus going with a student. Like if we were a university, I could see us giving or helping to create a scholarship for the university because it would stay with the university. But I think it's kind of weird to say, hey, class of 97 is giving a scholarship to the class of 17 or, so I don't know. Okay, that's cool. I'm reading what you got.
Why don't I just ask some questions about both pieces?
Yeah.
At least just get some information and see how that's set up.
No, absolutely. I mean, I'll do whatever the masses want. I don't know, sometimes like when I think about school gifts, I think about things that when I go back to the school, I can see it in play. Like school signs or, any type of upgrade that will be kind of a physical structure.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right.
Well, I'm sorry, you guys. I have a call that I have to go to. Got to mediate a conversation between 2 students that are upset. So,
That's okay.
y'all have fun with this because I'm fun with this conversation tonight.
What school are you at, Lauren?
So I work for a national sorority. So
Yeah, I knew that. I'm sorry. So where are you based out of? I guess is what I'm wondering. Where do you live?
I live in North Carolina. So our headquarters is in Virginia, but I can live wherever I want. So right now I'm like right outside of Chapel Hill.
Oh, so you're close to me, so we could just kind of see each other in a few minutes.
Really? Where are you?
I'm in Greensboro.
Oh yeah. I'm at South Point, so right by the Jordan Lake exit.
Yeah, no, I used to live over there because I used to go to Chapel Hill.
That's cool.
I used to live off 54.
Yeah, so do I. I live right there at the corner of 54 and 751.
Yep. Not far
That's
from
right. I'm not there today. I'm in a hotel in Philly.
Oh, that's why you look like you were in a dorm room. That's why I was asking. You know. Got you. All
Yeah,
right. Well,
I'm in a hotel. All right. Good night, y'all.
Right.
All right,
Bye.
All right, folks. I don't mind thinking up a budget if y'all can just wait till I get through finals, because I can't do anything but grade right now. But I'm okay with helping to create a budget because I'm pretty decent with that,
Okay.
with the per person budget.
All right. So how about we look at meeting again at the end after the new year,
Yes.
and then kind of planning ahead. Maybe we can start talking about a budget, brainstorming, putting things together, and then projecting when we want to start getting all the ticket sales going, the bank account opened, and all that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So do you want to go ahead
just
and maybe try and pick a day around the second week of January? Or do you want to wait?
I mean, I said just pick a date and then move it if we need to move it.
Okay.
As long as it's not a Wednesday again.
What about a Tuesday?
I think Tuesdays are okay.
Okay. Tuesday at 8? The second Tuesday of January at 8 o'clock?
The 10th.
Sure.
Okay.
That works.
All right.
All right.
Can
Well,
I
Merry Christmas to everyone and Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me again?
Huh?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. I have a quick question. I'm trying to get to the question. Give me 2 seconds.
Is she still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh.
I can't figure it out. I'll send it through the group. Okay, I'll just send it through the chat. No worries. All right, thanks guys. Have a good
Okay.
holiday.
All right. Take care, everyone.
All right.
All right.
Bye.